Where are we headed?
We're on our way to the Pembroke Hospital. It's just across the canal. They'll have a bed for poor Mr. Hampton.
William was... What manner of creature was he?
Predator, prey, villain, and victim. Who can say? The important thing is that he's been stopped.
Duly noted. And the woman? What... Who is she?
What woman?
Oh, don't play me for a fool. You used me to locate that skull. You must know who she is.
And I thought you a gentleman. You shouldn't talk about a lady behind her back, but I will tell you she values her privacy. Were London as peaceful as she appears from the middle of the canal? If only that were the reality of the situation.
To be honest, I've always tried to avoid this part of town.
Pembroke Hospital is the last bastion between the rest of London and the epidemic. The flu has decimated the East End and the war still rages. Welcome to the front lines of a plague.
This is where you work, Dr. Swansea?
I am the administrator of Pembroke Hospital.
I thought you were here in service of your mysterious order, the Brotherhood of...
Of St. Paul's Stole, yes. But first and foremost, I'm a man of science. A physician, like yourself, Dr. Reed.
How do you know who I am?
No need for modesty. You are Dr. Jonathan Reed, a surgeon of some caliber and renown, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct, sir.
I knew it. I had my suspicions. But when you took the blood sample from the corpse of poor William, I was certain. Dr. Reed. Marvelous.
Have we met?
I attended 3 of your seminars before the war. I have the utmost admiration for your research. And what a turn of fate. England's most esteemed blood specialist returns to London a vampire.
That word, again, from a so-called man of science.
I understand. Traditionally, the role of science is to refute myth, but when myth walks among us, the Brotherhood of St. Paul has dedicated its purpose to their study. There's so much for you to learn.
And for that, you are right.
Well, then let me be blunt. Join my staff at Pembroke Hospital. As a physician. I suspect you'll not find a better post of employment to contemplate your predicament.
This is sudden. I was returning home to see my sickly mother. But alas, that was before contracting this... affliction.
Dr. Reed, take a moment to consider. The post would be for the night shift, providing a good explanation for your absence during daylight hours. You'll be adequately reimbursed, and have a place to hide. I even had the forethought to bring some clean clothes. So, what do you say?
It seems I have little choice, but yours is a generous offer, so I thank you.
Brilliant! Oh, Jonathan, this is one for the book, and the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Dr. Swansea, thank goodness. I was beginning to be concerned.
Worry no more, Nurse Crane, for I bring good news.
Oh, Doctor, what a night. We lost 2 more patients. Nurse Scow said she couldn't take it anymore and resigned.
Yes, well, I'll make a new rota in the morning. In the meantime, find a good bed for Mr. Hampton. Be sure to pay attention to his needs.
Of course, Doctor.
Oh, and Dorothy,
Yes, Doctor?
Dr. Reed here has just returned from the front. He served King and Country and will be joining us here at Pembroke. We're very lucky to have gained a surgeon of his talent, and one so experienced in blood transfusions.
That is good news indeed, Doctor.
Oh, yes. Here at Pembroke, it's not what we have, but what we haven't. It's only thanks to Nurse Crane and the staff that our ship doesn't sink. If you have any questions, just ask her.
Duly noted. Thank you.
Your assistance is required, Dr. Swansea, immediately.
Welcome aboard, Jonathan. We'll catch up after my rounds. Coming, Nurse Crane. I'm coming. We'll have a word in my office later, Jonathan.
Come on, you bastard! You can do better than that! It's my turn!
Rotten or pristine, each heart contains the secret of life. Drink at this river, try it all.
Oh, come on, you bastard! I won't bite!
Sir, please. You've lost too much blood. Calm yourself.
You think I didn't notice? Stop your staring and get me to an hospital, you arse!
Insult me again and I'll put an end to your misery right now.
Alright, sorry. I am in pain here. My guts are spilling out onto the street and you're yabbering on.
Yes. That's a very nasty wound.
Name's Clutch.
Follow me, Mr. Cox.
Bring this fading light into the shadows. Dance with him the dance of life and death.
In the back, you bastard! Didn't have the guts to fight me. Fuck you. I'll kill you. I'll kill you.
To taste a life, to embrace its most intimate secrets. Such a burden, such a divine sin.
Doctor, where have you been? I've little time to play hide and seek with new staff members, no matter how illustrious they may be.
I apologize, nurse.
You delivered poor Mr. Hampton.
Thank you, nurse.
Dr. Swansea insisted we provide you a quiet office.
Thank you.
Yes, Dorothy Crane. Welcome to
I would like to ask a few... What kind?
Well, you accepted the job from him.
Apologies, I've only just met him.
Dr. Swansea is a brilliant surgeon.
It's right.
You'll get to know him soon enough, and better.
And Mr.
I gave him a sedative to help him sleep.
If you could point me in the direction of my...
Second floor of the hospital, left after the stairs. It's the
Thank you, Nurse Crane. Dr. Swansea is right. This place seems perfect to conduct my research. This must be the place. It's definitely away from prying eyes. Relegated to the shadows. A kingdom of my own. At least I won't be sleeping in a coffin. William Bishop's blood is much more unstable than human blood and shows extensive mutation. But this is not what happened to me. I must keep on searching. The sun is about to rise. I can feel it. I'll continue tomorrow night. I have so much time now. I'm to stay here until my research is complete. I'd better learn to hide my true nature from the mortals. But what about my thirst for blood?
Dr. Swansea asked me to collect you, Dr. Reed. Hurry up!
Yes, Nurse Crane?
I'm so...
A crisis?
Our supply...
What type of
You have been away too long, Doctor. With the war and now the...
I may have a solution.
However do you...
If combined correctly, certain...
The storeroom? Fat chance.
Perhaps I should look there first.
It's the large building behind the hospital. You'll need to go and...
The abandoned moor behind the hospital. A small...
Yes, Doctor?
That's all for now.
Scowl voices in the garden. Balls of Mars, fortifiers. As popular as they are ineffective. But they do contain iron tartrate, and that might prove itself useful. Behavior is similar to the infected William Bishop. Must be the same strain. This sickness moves faster than influenza. This key will surely grant me access to the basement. These scowls feed from corpses and the husks of animals. They're not a way of life. Mr. Connor's injuries don't match the report. I'd better look into this. Traces of a pinkish foam at the corner. The chest was originally opened to perform the operation. Multiple abrasions and scarring on the arms and... a puncture over the left lung. Signs of internal bleeding. Tippett has made... It's locked, all right. It's locked. be so ferocious. I'm not sure I can defeat them without becoming stronger. To drink blood is so tempting. Sodium hypochlorite. Dangerous to administer, but efficient in the proper dosage.
Not now.
Good evening, sir.
I've already heard about you, Doctor.
That's quite a...
You can call me...
I'm not sure...
Well, I'm no doctor.
You have...
No need...
I'd like to...
Wise choice, Doctor.
Good evening, nurse.
Doctor...
Did he really?
Oh,
Ice?
you...
Tell me what Dr. Tippett did. I know his
If I had not covered up his error...
You can't allow your emotions to dictate your conduct concerning patients.
Look around you, Doctor...
Perhaps you did it with the best intentions, Nurse.
You mean you've never made a mistake?
Tell me what...
If I had not...
You can't...
Look...
Perhaps...
You mean...
How are things?
Not...
An invisible...
Sorry, Doctor.
Do you think this hospital...
We are all volunteers.
I'm not familiar with all the staff yet.
Brilliant perfect.
Most of them.
It would be...
Is there anyone that stands out?
Well, I have never met someone as...
Why should his age...
I guess it's fair to say he's...
Nurse Brannigan, if you do know something...
No.
Goodbye, nurse.
We are.
Good evening, sir.
So it is true.
Do we know it?
Actually, yes.
Dr.
He was also...
What is the Pembroke Hospital situation?
This hospital...
It's more than enough.
Don't be misled by appearances, Doctor.
What can you tell me?
Some are really good.
Tell me more
Nurse Brannigan is a...
You really seem to admire her.
I'll go even...
Any opinion?
I don't always agree with Dr. Swansea.
Ah, yes.
Don't get me wrong.
You're exhausting yourself, Corcoran. Maybe you should think about preserving your strength.
No. We...
Nurse Brannigan, you don't have to... Corcoran, I want you to tell me about Mr. Con.
He was my patient.
What was the...
It was a twofold error.
Why not?
Are you mad? I killed...
Who was the...
I don't know.
Goodbye, Dr. Tim. Good evening.
Good evening.
Why does Dr. Tippett's...
If it wasn't...
Dr. Tippett's...
If you're sit...
Do you require medical assistance?
Thank you for your...
I've decided that I won't reveal Dr.
I'm so glad you shared...
I hope you're right.
Dr. Tippett must regain his confidence.
Goodbye, nurse. Good evening, Doctor. Goodbye, Dr. Tippett. Good evening, sir.
I don't know.
I see.
I'm Harvey.
Tell me about you.
I'm just a regular guy waiting to...
I was more...
I'm a cop.
Tell me about...
Strickland and Aykroyd.
What do you mean?
I often had professional...
Are you sat...
Well,
I won't...
are you sure you don't want to...
In other circumstance... Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
You always knew the words to calm the children, Ellen. As for me, what a blundering idiot.
Yes, Doctor?
Why then do you...
At the Pembroke,
Your dedication...
we staff get us
Lack of sleep...
London's...
Exactly how...
It really depends.
Please could...
It's the...
That's all for now, Nurse Crane. Thank you. Good evening, Doctor.
I am...
What can... You seem... Questions true. Do you need help with... Well? Do you want me to...
Oh no, Dr. Reed.
I see. Please could...
I'd rather not...
As long as you're cautious and methodical.
You're not the first one to...
What made you...
I'm not ashamed.
It's...
This epidemic...
I based...
You're not...
Tell me more about your willingness to
Harvey Fiddick is a patient suffering from a severe injury...
What is it you really want?
Fair question.
Tell me, Mr...
Our first diagnosis was compromised because Mr.
But why would he hide?
Because he is a proud father.
This person...
I agree.
Do you think keeping his...
All I need...
Goodbye, Doc. Good evening, nurse.
Good evening.
And I'm...
Well,
How would you...
it's serious.
You must... Nurse
I wish
How long?
we're long in.
You'd be How is the...
Well, not well.
Why is Milton...
Milton's not the kind of man.
Why does Milton
I don't know.
Goodbye now.
I cannot enter.
Please come back later.
Good evening, miss.
Your name has...
I beg your...
What are you begging for?
You keep...
Well,
And why do you believe you're...
I don't need to believe anything. It is...
I see.
Never.
It's a mental illness.
Delusional, you say? Oh,
Please.
I can hear my body crumble.
I'm assuming...
It's only a...
The staff...
I'm not...
I see.
Thank you, more...
Who are these enemies you mentioned? Can you describe them?
I cannot say for sure. But I sense their eyes...
Who are you really, Miss Howcroft?
Is that not enough for you, puny mortal?
I'm curious to know who you were.
No, it was such a long time ago, I don't remember.
Do you require my services, Miss Howe?
I have no need.
I'll leave you. Good evening.
Good evening.
I'd like to see...
Wise choice.
Good evening.
Good evening.
How is the...
You want it? I've been...
Since...
It's a... Yes,
You...
go there yourself if you...
Are you really...
And why?
But
you keep...
Why do...
Fuck them.
I know.
I've seen...
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Goodbye, Milton.
Another night with the glorious battalion of Pembroke.
Disgust on every street corner. Daily routine.
I wish I could be sick again. Feel my blood boil with the fever.
Good evening, sir.
Unless you...
I'm Doc...
You get...
How is yours?
Oh, it's...
Can I ask...
It's the pain.
Who is treating you?
Nobody since the old and tired
You don't seem...
with face.
Can I do it?
Nurses get...
How close are you to Miss Horcroft?
To wait for her next nibble is the best reason to stay.
Aren't you afraid?
She's quite harmless, I can assure you.
You do realize she's mental...
In her madness.
So do you let her bite?
And why not? She's only supper.
She could decide to bite less...
And it's another good reason.
Where were you
I really don't...
No offense.
You were an orphan.
How is yours?
Oh,
Can I...
it's the...
Goodbye for now.
Fear and disgust on every street corner. The daily routine. Here again.
It's locked.
Good evening, Miss Doctor. What do you...
I was...
You remember...
Thank you.
How did you...
I had received a...
Why?
William, what?
You did...
I'm just...
Do you know...
Tom? People, how could... Not really. What is it? What is the situation?
Who leads...
Since
as the... What do you...
I manage...
Not
at all.
Why?
That's a...
Have you met...
Not...
You never...
You're preaching to the...
How...
I feel...
You're in good...
Thank you.
Goodbye, mister.
Hello again, Dr. Reed. I feel...
Goodbye, Mr. Hampton.
Daily routine. Damn. The pain.
Thelma Howcroft said she was being watched by vampire hunters. Where are they hiding? I should investigate. I cannot enter.
My plain and cold medical bench, sir. I understand you must be very angry about this unfair situation. I managed to arrange to have you buried in the same mass grave as your wife. I hope that might help.
Good evening. I'm always a pleasure. A colleague. Not anymore. What do you mean? No. Are you afraid? Why should I? These and it's how after I left the I don't when we funny story. Do you work? Yes, very easy work, sir. Why do you? Because these poor. Why it was for San. A pawnbroker? Yes, sir. Who comes? I'm very cautious, sir. What with the quar? Since you're not afraid of dying, do you believe in life after death, Rakesh? No. I believe we must do all the good we can while alive. For our... I don't... Do you... As I quite... Yes. So, no, you're old. No, doctor. Please show me. Of course. It never ceases to amaze me how you... Good evening. I'm... What?
No. Yeah. I'm...
What do you think of your reception?
I have had the ultimate...
Is there something in particular?
Some of this...
Tell me more.
The ambulance driver...
What do you mean?
She managed to secure a bed for my son.
She charged...
Yes. And I paid without...
I share...
I don't...
Goodbye, Miss...
My sweet girl. Reads me like a book.
Yes, Doctor?
That's all for now.
With you at our side, Dr. Reed, I know that Pembroke will prevail and survive.
Good evening, sir.
Reed,
Does my...
let us...
If you... Aren't you two...
Don't...
Tell me what...
Strickland...
Are you thinking...
Harvey...
And are you...
Right.
What...
I...
Other people...
Conserve...
Tell me... Since you're careless... I don't... I don't know...
I don't quite...
And what exactly...
I said...
Be careful.
I only...
This is...
You see...
It seems... We cannot leave... Thank you for your...
Behavior is similar to the infected William Bishop. Must be the same strain. This sickness moves faster than influenza. Scowl voices in the garden. I should investigate. If they were to find somebody.
Good evening.
Good evening.
How would you How long you'd be... Goodbye.
Time has lost its effect on me, but the suffering continues.
Good evening, Dr. Tippett. Goodbye, Good evening, Nurse Brett.
Good evening.
Goodbye, Nurse.
And I thought last time I was at the
Finally,
Yes, no.
You've worked.
Duty
Many thanks.
I'm all right. Don't waste your time with me.
Good evening. I'm Dr.
No.
Really?
I don't want to.
I suppose.
Yes.
Could you at least...
Mortimer.
Do you need any help?
I'm afraid I may, sir.
You are not a burden, sir.
And you haven't.
How
So painful.
I'm sure...
Not really.
I see.
Yes, mate.
Why did your mother have you hospitalized?
My mother just wants to.
Pembroke...
Stop.
Is...
That's.
How
So painful.
I'll let you...
I'm all right. Don't waste your time with me.
As for me, please, Jonathan, come in. Fascinating, is it not? In the last decade, so many mysteries have been brought to light with our microscopes. The human body, biology's penultimate frontier. The more we explore its boundaries, the less we're able to trace a clear line between life and death. You, my friend, have a foot in both countries. The view must be vertiginous.
It's at least as vertiginous as chatting about vampires with you, I would say.
This must be all so new to you. This area of town, the hospital, a brand new life. How stimulating it must be.
I wish I could share your enthusiasm, Dr. Swansea. But
I cannot express my thrill.
It may seem strange, but
Forgive me.
there is no need to
Very well.
Please.
The Pembroke only
A spokesman, or...
Discretion is in order, Jonathan.
And you would like...
By the stole of course.
Accepted.
Do you need some?
I have just...
Then ask.
You mentioned some...
Certainly.
That...
I feel it was...
Yet you...
The Brotherhood.
Since you see...
As men of some...
The sun.
You will find there is very little that can...
Must I...
You are a vampire.
Since I'm...
Well, for men...
Where do we...
To be honest...
What do you...
What we need...
The man with...
He was a skull.
Where do...
The name means slave. The...
Just for...
A skull is easier to eliminate, Jonathan.
We'll see.
Wasted too much energy for so little result.
Perhaps I should have considered the
The flu took my dear wife, Emily. I take comfort knowing we'll soon be together again.
Mr. Rainfield, that's no way to talk. You're in good hands here, and we'll be up again soon enough. Now do me a kindness and get some sleep. I'll be back round later.
Your words are kind, the blessings of an angel. You're the sweet, sweet Lady of Mercy.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. It's a pleasure to see you. You seem surprised.
You're a vamp... The lady who saved me that night, before vanishing into thin air. I remember you from...
Indeed. Allow me to
It seems I'm the butt of a joke. Or...
I know you're a man of action, Doctor.
I hope you're more disposed to answer...
You must have countless questions, but are rather urgent.
Have any of the...
These poor souls have so little left to live for. You make me blush.
Pardon my...
As a new...
I'm a scientist.
I will gladly answer...
Dr. Swansea...
These past
If we're dealing...
As immortal tradition doth dictate, all
What are your
As the newly appointed surgeon of this hospital...
Who would be so foolish as to threaten you?
Even if it were the case, and I highly doubt it,
Please continue.
my embarrassment in this matter is eclipsed only by my shame at
Is it true?
Now aren't you the blunt one?
We both are afflicted with a thirst for blood, Lady Ashbury.
In all honesty, I'm not simply a patron to the hospital.
I'll take care of it.
If that was...
I'll meet that woman.
My life, as others know, is our little...
I think...
My situation...
What? What?
There's no need for alarm, madam. Dr. Swansea is quite... Harriet Jones.
Oh, better than...
I heard there have been some despicable...
Blackmail?
If I didn't...
God's on it.
You seem...
That's it.
I assure you, madam, this is not...
Debauchery, then?
Really.
This is your...
Thank you for your time, Miss... The patients and staff might know something. I'll start my investigation with them.
Hello again, Dr. Reed. I feel bad.
Goodbye, Mr. Hampton.
Damn.
Good evening, Miss Howcroft. Have you heard... Tell me, Thumb. Do you plan...
Of course not.
Would you say...
No.
I'll leave you. Good evening.
Good evening.
What can you tell me about this?
Let me guess. You spoke with that old shrew. Who says
She could have been...
that old wi-
What can you...
Let me get...
Do you need medical help yourself, nurse?
I'm fine.
What can you...
Let me...
No matter...
Who said... That...
Goodbye, nurse.
We may lack the resources, but we have some of the most brilliant minds in London.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Do you know if any of the...
The people who work...
Have you seen...
I've never...
Good...
Damn. The pain. It's here again.
Please, sir.
What's going on?
I'm Blight, sir. Newton.
I'm Dr.
Oswald.
How long have you been... Don't be ashamed, Mr. Blight. What can you... What can you...
His name is...
This is a...
We were looking...
Where was your friend?
He went down by the canal.
I have all the...
Thank you, Doc. Have you found Oswald?
Not yet.
All right.
I have all the info.
Thank you. We've dodged death so many times. Don't worry, we're safe. You can't just die like this.
Relax. Don't worry, we're safe.
You're sure you don't come back with me?
Nah, I have to see someone at the hospital.
Be careful. You look so bad they may keep you as a patient.
Fuck 'em. I don't like hospitals. Or doctors.
Well then, when you go back to Whitechapel, you may find this useful.
What is it?
A pass for a free medical exam by the best nurse available. Just read it.
I don't read well, but thank you, I guess.
This man has been savagely attacked and dragged to the floor. I can't believe I'm doing this. What sort of creature is this? sort of creature is this? Here's what's left of him. Not a lot to check, but I should anyway. Some voucher for a free checkup in Whitechapel. What is Nurse Crane up to? I really must find her.